Who doesn't love a good makeover? Well, I certainly love them. And today on this episode, I'm going to show you some of my very favorite makeovers and the thought process behind each one. On today's episode, I want to talk to you about chair makeovers because this is really the reason why I do what I do. It's not for necessarily the upholstery work, but I love the design process. That's what makes it so much fun. And it's fun to see an old ratty chair turn into something amazing. So today I want to show you some of my very favorite chair makeovers. We're going to start with this first one. It was kind of a fuddy-duddy looking little armchair. But the thing I noticed was the curved French look of the chair. And that's why I thought, oh, I know that this can be a beautiful chair. Because if you notice in one of my previous episodes, when I talk about what do I look for in antique chairs, I always look at the shape. And so that was key for this chair. So I decided I would look for some amazing fabric. And this fabric is from Schumacher. It is a beautiful floral, and just look at the difference when I removed that cushioned seat, and you can see the difference when I put an attached seat on here. I decided I would paint the frame a beautiful creamy white, and now look at it. It is an amazing makeover. This one is one of my all-time favorites. I love it. I did it for my ugly chair challenge back in the summer, a transformation for them to see. Now this second one is equally as super cool. Now to look at the before picture of this set of chairs, you would think that, oh my gosh, this is like lackluster. The finish of the chairs was kind of this ugly natural color. It had caning on the top and part of it had broken out. So I decided that I was going to do a super fun set of chairs with this one. Now these actually went to a needy family in Austin a couple years ago at Christmas time. I had the table that I redid, and I painted the table black and left the top part kind of a really beautiful wood tone stain. But the chairs I decided to paint in a creamy yellow, and you can see the super fun floral fabric on the top of them. It's very happy. They had small children, so I decided I would put leather seats on them. So I put some black leather seats with some nail head trim, and look at the amazing change that happened. So don't ever discount some ugly looking, boring or natural colored frame chairs, because they can really turn into something quite spectacular with the right finish and the right fabric. This next set of chairs is one of my most requested chairs from clients. This is a classic kind of Victorian small little parlor chair. And a lot of people like these for their dining room or little kitchen area. These are not very big chairs, okay, mind you, just know that. But they are absolutely beautiful when you take the old shiny finish off of them. And so what I did to these is I took them and I sanded them and gave it a very natural boho finish, because I knew that I want my fabrics to be authentic textiles for these, and that's exactly what I did. You see some authentic textiles on the tops of them that were actually wall hangings, and then I paired them with different jewel tone velvet seats to get that real boho, bright colored, beautiful look. So you can see the complete difference and change on these. This next set was a couple of chairs and a settee that I did for a trade show in Las Vegas. The client needed these for sitting for her clients, and so I went ahead and designed them with a very boho theme. That was the style of her clothing, so we wanted to kind of go with the vibe. And so you can see all three of these, how the finish on them changed, how the fabrics were layered in bright, bold colors, but very relaxed bohemian style. I have some Mexican textiles on them, beautiful Atomi embroidery, and some Suzani on them. And it just made an amazing makeover. You would never even be able to picture these chairs before after seeing them in the after, but they're absolutely beautiful. This next chair is a classic Victorian chair. And on this Victorian chair, it really lacked any kind of inspiration. So I painted the frame black and decided to use one of my favorite florals from Designers Guild on it. And boy, does this floral make an impact. It changes the chair's personality altogether. And I actually have a set of 4 of these. So imagine different florals from that fabric put all over these beautiful 4 chairs, and what an impact that's going to make. But this is showing you a before and after of one of them. I think this next set of chairs is one of my fans' all-time favorite. It is another set of Victorian chairs, and there were 6 total in this set. I took Mexican textiles for the top of them and paired them with different colored velvet seats. And the way I do this is I look at whatever color is in the top of the textile. I try to pull a color out for the seat so that it looks like it goes together on each and every chair, even though every chair has a different textile on it. So that's how I achieved this look, and I painted the frame black as well. It seems like black really does help the fabrics to stand out and to pop, and so that's my color of choice on this style of chair. For this final makeover, I did a set of 8 chairs, and there were 4 different chairs actually, and there were 2 of each, if that makes sense. So you can see the set of 4 chairs in this picture that I chose. We have a classic Victorian, we have some that are a little more French with fluted legs, and then another French curvy one with curved legs. So I wanted there to be a variety on these chairs, and plus I didn't have all the same frame. So my client was like, yeah, let's go with 4 different kinds of chairs and 2 of each. Now, you can see the difference in this makeover and what a little bit of paint and some super cute fabrics did for these chairs. I mean, just look at the difference. They went from just kind of boring and used, and probably a lot of people would have put in the dump at this point, and look, we brought them back to life. Some beautiful mixed fabrics. We started with a great floral, and we added in some checks and some stripes to it to make it such a super fun, bright, colorful set. I just love them. So I hope you've enjoyed this inspirational talk about what you can do with a chair. There are so many things you can do with a chair by making it over. Just a little bit of paint, some fun fabrics, it completely changes the personality of the chair. Now, if you don't know or you've never participated in my Ugly Chair Challenge, that is coming up on January 26th. What is the Ugly Chair Challenge? It is a challenge that lasts for 5 days. And we have our own private Facebook group, and every day I show up, I teach a lesson, I give out a mini little assignment that takes just a few minutes to do, and everyone has a ball redesigning their chairs. It is not an upholstery course, it is definitely about design and how do we get these beautiful fabrics, and then how do we pair them with paint. So you're gonna wanna join me for the Ugly Chair Challenge starting January 26th. We have a link in the comments below. I would love for you to join me. It's $10 to join and participate. So I hope to see you there. Until next time, friends. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you subscribe below and hit the bell button so that you get a notification every time I have a new episode. I'll see you soon, friends.